I stood in the shadows of our home, my fiancé's eyes cold, and he delivered an ultimatum that sent chills down my spine. Send my kids, my grieving, motherless children, to a distant boarding school, or watch our love unravel. What would you do if the one you trusted demanded you betray those you hold dearest? Before we begin, hit like and subscribe for more real stories of betrayal, courage, and redemption. Now, let's dive in. This is the story of a choice that tore everything apart. I'm Alina, 42, a widow clinging to the fragile world I've built for my kids, Dale and Dana, in our quiet suburban home. 4 years ago, a car accident stole their father, leaving scars that linger in every corner of our lives. I am their anchor, guarding our routines, movie nights, soccer practices, Dana's crayon sketches with fierce devotion. But 2 years ago, Carlo slipped into our lives, a 38-year-old spark promising light after years of darkness. He was warm, attentive, almost too perfect. I let myself believe he could be our future. After a year and a half, I accepted his proposal, the wedding looming just 3 months away. But something lurked beneath Carlo's charm, a shadow I couldn't quite place, until it began to take shape. Carlo had a sister, Shauna, a 35-year-old drifter with a trail of lies and debts. Jobless, slippery, always begging for a lifeline. She was Carlo's weakness, a secret he shielded. I saw the warning signs, Shauna's sob stories, her fleeting visits, but I pushed them aside. Carlo kept her at arm's length, or so it seemed. Then the engagement ring settled on my finger, and Shauna's shadow crept closer. His casual mentions grew frequent. Shauna's lease is ended. She's hit rock bottom. My polite nods masked a growing unease. My home, with its 3 bedrooms, belonged to my kids. There was no space for a woman like Shauna. 6 months ago, Carlo's mask began to slip. His suggestions turned to demands. Shauna should move in just for a while. My refusal was firm, my kids' stability non-negotiable. But Carlo's insistence grew sharper, his words slicing through our once easy nights. He proposed turning the kids' playroom, their haven of toys and memories, into Shauna's bedroom. My blood ran cold. Arguments flared, each one darker. Carlo's accusations, selfish, heartless, cutting deeper. The air in our home grew heavy, as if a storm was gathering. Then, one fateful night, Carlo unveiled a plan so twisted, it stopped my heart. In the dim glow of our living room, Carlo's voice was steady, almost serene. "We can send Dale and Dana to boarding school," he said, his smile unnervingly calm. "It's best for them. Elite education, independence. Their rooms would be free. Shauna takes one and we'd have space for an office." My mind reeled. My kids, still haunted by their father's loss, banished from their home, so Carlo's reckless sister could claim their space. I gripped the armrest, fighting to keep my voice even, but rage simmered beneath. Carlo pressed on, painting exile as a gift. "More time for us," he whispered, as if our love could justify this betrayal. Then came the ultimatum, sharp as a blade. "Alina, choose. Our future, my sister's survival, or keeping your kids here. If you can't bend, there's no wedding." Silence swallowed the room. In Carlo's eyes, I saw a stranger, someone who'd trade my children's hearts for his own desires. My choice was instant, unyielding. "There won't be a wedding," I said, voice low but ironclad. "You and Shauna leave tonight." Carlo's face twisted, shock replacing his confidence. Shauna, eavesdropping from the kitchen, muttered protests, but my stare silenced her. The air crackled with tension as Carlo's pleas turned to fury, then tears. Within an hour they were gone, their footsteps fading into the night. I locked the door, changed the keys, and severed the future I'd planned. I told my kids the truth. Carlo was gone because he didn't choose them. But the story didn't end there. Weeks later, a friend's call revealed a twist that chilled me to my core. Carlo, desperate to save Shauna, had poured his savings into an apartment for them both. And Shauna? She'd vanished, but not before draining his bank account, maxing his cards, and pawning his grandfather's cherished watch. Her note was a cruel taunt. I need a fresh start. Carlo was left broken, penniless, facing eviction, his life in ruins. I listened to the news, my face unreadable. Sympathy, regret, none stirred in me. Carlo had gambled my kids' happiness for his sister's lies, and now he paid the price. My home, once shadowed by his demands, is alive again with Dale's soccer triumphs and Dana's vibrant drawings. My choice was my salvation, a stand for the only family that matters. Sometimes, to protect what's sacred, you must cut away what threatens it. What would you have done? Share your thoughts below. If this story gripped you, hit like and subscribe for more tales of betrayal and redemption.